guys, this is my review for Sniper Ghost Warrior 2. So in this game you play as a sniper who's basically working usually with two squad mates or one squad mate, and he's trying to achieve some mission objective for his home, like, country of America. Whatever they're trying to do, some sort of secret operative operation or whatever to stop terrorism on America, I guess, even though they don't really go into too much detail on why they're doing their missions. They just seem to get orders, and then they do it like without questioning anything, pretty much. But yeah, so you just wander around the map, or the maps, just doing that. So they have 3 acts to this game, and basically an act is just a collection of missions leading to one main objective, and it's just like 3 different maps for each map, but set in the same sort of area. So the first one, you're trying to get a bomb, and then the second one, you're trying to get a terrorist, and then the third act, you're trying to get the bomb and the terrorist. So, I mean, it's not a super long game. The storyline's pretty plain, not very interesting. This game is definitely, I'd say it's a lot different to Sniper Ghost Warrior 1, because, I mean, Sniper Ghost Warrior 1, there was a lot of, like, the game took a lot longer, and I think, like, the first one took ages, actually. There were a lot of stages, a lot of things happening, not so much sniping, as I remember, since you could pick up any, like, guns and stuff off fallen enemies. You didn't really have to stick to the same weapon. Whereas in Sniper Ghost Warrior 2, I think there's only like 5 weapons in the entire game that you can use. You don't get any choice, you don't get to pick up other units' weapons. You're just always with the same weapons, running around trying to find ammo for it when you're running out. It's pretty much what you're doing. So there's 3 difficulty settings. I think easy, you've constantly got the red eye thing that tells you where to shoot. Normal, the red eye shows up if you're focused enough on something and your heart rate's low enough. And then you've got hard, where you don't have the red circle that tells you where to shoot at all, and you've just got to do everything yourself and work everything out. But I mean, this game's pretty short, so you could probably replay it on hard if you once you've gotten like the hang of sniping, because it does take a while to get a hang of. But I mean, there's not much replayability in this game since there's no sort of decision making. It's all about if you enjoyed it, then you'd replay it. But I mean, I didn't like it that much. Like, it was fun, but I wouldn't want to replay it. The environments and stuff look really cool in this game. They definitely huge ups in graphics since the first one, but I think the first one got released a couple years ago, so it's a little bit different. Otherwise, the gameplay is basically it just one-hit kills anything, which I kind of didn't like because it just made everything too simple. Like, you just shoot them once, they're dead, but they have to shoot you like 5 times before you die. So, I mean, it would be better if the enemies perhaps were a lot harder, because in some points you like kill people on cell phones, but no one notices that they're dead. Even the person on the cell phone, for some reason, like, doesn't ring up anyone, and it's like, hey, this person stopped talking to me in the middle of a phone call. Or you like kill some people, and then some people walk past you and will keep walking up to the bodies, but they don't care when they come to those bodies because they weren't originally there when they died. They just sort of just walk there and then they're like, oh, okay, and just like carry on with their lives. Or you'll like shoot someone and then you just go hide somewhere where they can't see you, and then that person will just look around the area where he got shot, and then he'll just be like, oh, I can't see him, I'll just go back about doing whatever I was doing even though someone just shot me. Like, there's no real communication. It would be better if they like perhaps radioed in more bad guys, which made it had to be like you actually had to be stealthy or actually had to plan your attacks. Not just, oh, there's 5 guys in the courtyard, I'm like 600 meters away, I can just shoot them all and they can't do anything about it because, like, I'm just too far away, the bullets won't be able to hit me, sort of thing. It sort of annoyed me. Same with like gun placements and stuff and some of the missions and item placements. Like, you're captured in a room, you open the door to that room, suddenly there's like the gun that you've had the entire game is just sitting there on a bench with bullets in it, sort of thing. And then you go upstairs and there's like this barricaded room and your sniper rifle sitting in there. Like it doesn't make a whole lot of sense sometimes as to how they've done it, but still saying that, it's not the worst game. This game's really short. You can probably finish it. Like I think like most stages take about 20 minutes, and then there's I think 10 stages in the game, just because there's 3 stages in the first act, 3 stages in the second act, and then 4 stages in the last act. But the last act stages take like 10 minutes each or so. So it's not like a really long time. I'd probably say 4 or 5 hours, and then you can finish this game. There's also multiplayer mode in this game, which I think they added after the original release as a free DLC sort of thing. I did play a couple of rounds of multiplayer. It's really boring. I mean, they've got a lot more weapon choice at least, and you can choose which sniper rifle you want, even though they pretty much all do the exact same thing. I didn't really notice much differences between them, except for there's like no silencers on any of them. It's all just like those normal carbine-y loud rifles that you use. Pretty much the multiplayer is just like one side versus another side for like team deathmatch sort of thing, and everyone just sits on like their side of the cliff, and then there's like a gap in the middle depending on which map you play. But basically, everyone just sits on their sides of the map in like the same spots, just shooting or waiting for someone to come out of cover, and then you snipe them. It's not like Black Ops multiplayer or Battlefield multiplayer where everyone's running around, and if you want to snipe, you can go hide somewhere and then snipe them. The sniper series is basically just camp somewhere and hope that someone gets bored and walks out and gets shot. No one really there's on the maps at least that I played, there wasn't really much way to get to the other side to get up and close without getting sniped, because there was only like certain paths people could cross, and the people camping were basically just watching those paths for when someone did eventually get bored and come across. And then you've still got the one hit kill thing, so pretty much you notice someone shooting at you, and then it's already too late because they add the red circle to multiplayer mode, so it's not about like trying to work out how to shoot them. You basically just point the red circle at the person and then press the button and they're dead. You get a point. It's kind of disappointing, I guess, that they've got like these big free health bars, but just one hit kills you. I guess they're just trying to stick with like the single player, but still, I mean, when it comes to multiplayer, you kind of want a little bit more than that. Otherwise, I don't think there's anything that exciting about the single player to this one. I probably found the first Sniper Ghost Warrior game more fun because there was just a lot more stuff to do rather than just walking around with 2 guns shooting people from far away. Which, I mean, I guess it is a sniper game, so they probably did pretty good for making it a sniper game once you get past like the ridiculous amount of things that probably should have killed you, but didn't. But yeah. So if I had to give this a rating, I'd probably give it, I'd say a 7 out of 10 because I really liked the graphics. The gameplay was alright. The storyline kind of sucked though, and I mean they could have made it longer, but still, it wasn't a bad game. And this is just my opinion of the game. If you don't agree with it or you do agree with it, make sure to drop what you thought of the game in the comments below this video. Otherwise, I'm only going to give it a 7 out of 10. Okay guys, see ya.